You think that what we're fighting about is stupid. Just cause you don't agree don't mean it's stupid. Lately communication feels so useless.
Savage.
If we don't got that obsessive love, then what we doing? I don't ask for much from you. It's like you don't got the time to lose. Made me feel like I'm a burden when I tell you how I'm hurting. No, you just say you're sorry to say you did. I ain't over it.
All right. We're back with another message. 7:32 a.m. Houston, Texas. Ain't that 7:32? I don't know. 7:33 it just changed too. So we got some ascended master energy coming through here. I guess. Yeah. It's August 4th, 2024, 848. I looked up the angel number earlier, but I forgot to mention it in the last video. So angel number 848 could mean a lot of things to the custodian. 8 is a symbol of evolution. It's also like karma. But being that we are in this 8 portal, which I'm talking about right now, it says angel number 848 wants you to keep your faith strong. Do not let your personal agenda affect your faith. Confirmation, baby. What I was about to say. Anybody, thank you Most High God for bringing me here for this message. For putting this word on my heart. 55 on the clock when I look down, okay? Yeah. Expect some powerful changes after some type of conflict here. Okay? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, select the all option so that you know when all my uploads. You feel me? Okay? Anybody feeling like this 8, like a lot of stress coming through with this portal? I am. Or I was yesterday. Or kind of, sort of. A lot of anxiety about it. Alright? There are a lot of messages out here. And this is no disrespect to anybody, because, you know, we all we listen to what we listen to. We subscribe to what we want to subscribe to. And no disrespect to anybody out there putting out messages about manifestations, 8-8 portal, what you need to do, what you shouldn't do. You know, my main thing is that, you know, when it comes to bringing in manifestations, you know, I just believe that, you know, 'cause again, I'm not a manifestation guru. I don't, you know, I just feel like, you know, if you're a good person, you do good things come back to you. Faith without works is dead. So I mean, being a good person does afford the energy of, you know, what goes around comes around. You do get good things that happen to you, but when it comes to things that we want for ourselves, as far as maybe like work, a career, relationships, you know, progress, being a good person helps with that, but you got to put in the work, of course, you know. So a lot of the messages that I've been hearing a lot lately over the last couple of weeks anyways about this portal, and even not even just the last couple of weeks, just leading up to this portal, good messages, by the way, but it's created, I know it has created for me a lot of anxiety, you know, because there's this message, or it's kind of like a, well, if you don't do this, then this won't happen. If you do this, then it definitely won't happen. It's very stressful, because I know for me, a lot of what I've been trying to manifest here, what I have been manifesting, are a lot of things that require me to put in some work, of course. And some things I got faith is the foundation of the things that I'm manifesting here, because, you know, I don't control things. Things are out of my control. A lot of things are. So we're looking for, at least from my perspective, from where I stand, God is what I'm relying. The only thing that I'm relying on with the things, especially that are out of my control, to help me manifest some changes. But it's anybody else been feeling like, damn, like, okay, it's like you're trying to dot all your I's and cross your T's to make sure that these manifestations come in, or that you can walk through this portal. I thought about it. I sat with myself for a minute today, and what I heard? The anxiety that is kind of out there, the kind of urgency, or these guidelines or these rules as to what you got to do to get through this portal so your manifestations come in, so that you can have all this abundance, no matter if it's money or success or love. Is that anxiety, like that can't that stop? Won't that seems like that'll stop it? Because when we're so anxious and worried about, are we going to make it through the portal? Are we going to make it through the portal? We're not doing. It actually prevents us from putting in that work that our faith requires for us to get through the portal or to welcome in these manifestations. How can we clear out? It's kind of like, okay, so we're making room for manifestations, but in my opinion, the anxiety creates more things that don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like cutting off people, making different choices, clearing out this energy. And then the anxiety of, did I do the right thing? Am I doing everything right? Creates worry upon worry, stacks upon stacks of worry that could possibly block us from moving forward because we're too busy worried about tomorrow or on the 8th. And when we really should be focusing on the here and now, what we can do now in the moment that will foster or facilitate these manifestations when they come in. I'm just gonna. It makes it, when we approach these portals. And again, I'm not a portal expert either. I just, I really kind of feel like it sounds really good. It really does, and I do believe that there's some validity to numerology and all those things. But from where I stand, God is the only, like, spirit, God, source is really the only way. Having that mustard seed faith is all that I feel like is really and truly required. Because that mustard seed faith guarantees me that what the Most High said. Just put your faith in God, not in man, and everything is fine. As long as you're being a good person, as long as you're working in that faith to ensure that you're going to be better and that things get better for you. As long as you put that out into the universe. Does it, and I'm not trying to negate anybody or negate what people believe, but does it really even, what man says is a portal, does that matter? I don't think so. I said what I said. Okay? Because I know, like, for me, it's like, we go into these retrogrades, we go into these portals, and then it's like, you got to make sure you're doing this, you got to make sure you're doing that, and it's just kind of like, that's a lot. That's a lot, especially considering what we've had to go through to even make it to today. A lot of us, you know what I'm saying? And, for me, yeah, some things would be different. Like, I would love for things to be different in my life. I would love for an increase in finances. I would love for an increase in stability. But how can we manifest that if we're creating or worried about things, if we're creating anxiety or worry, hoping that we do everything right so that these things come in for us, that creates blockages. What say you, Spirit? What say you? What's some advice for the collective this morning about what I'm talking about here? All right. All I know is that from what I learned in life, as far as money is concerned, yeah, you could be lucky. I do believe in luck. I do believe that some people are lucky, and I do believe in divine timing and divine intervention, and you being at the right place at the right time. You can strike gold. You can walk into some type of financial abundance. But all I know is that from the time I was 12 years old, what I learned is that for as far as finances are concerned, you have to work for that. You have to put in the work. So it doesn't matter. I was earning money and coming into money, portal or not. The things I know in my life that like, again, the things that in my life that are out of my control, I have to give to God. But everything else, you know, working towards those manifesting things is really kind of what kind of work are we putting into whatever we visualize in attracting that. That's just how I feel about it. But moreover, you know, I don't believe that any portal, no matter how much you manifest it, is going to bring you a wealth of abundance as far as money is concerned, unless you're putting in some work. I mean, in order to earn money or to get money, you got to attract it. And what do we know? Attracting money requires work. It is a frequency, but however that works. Like I said, I'm not a manifestation expert, so don't be getting all smart. Don't be trying to bash a nigga. This is just my opinion, some good advice, because I know that when I focus on things, when there's an anxiety around, am I making sure I'm doing this right, or you know, what's gonna happen if I do this or I don't do that, it prevents me from doing anything. It becomes very immobilizing because I'm too busy worried about 3 days from now or 3 weeks from now, when really all I'm being asked is to make sure that I have a better tomorrow, is just by doing the best that I can today. Okay, let's just get a couple of cards out here for some. We're gonna use the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle cards. This is just gonna be a quick here, just kind of encouragement. And hopefully to kind of help alleviate some of this anxiety that is centered around this portal. It's like we gotta live past the portal. You know, I don't know how big the portal is. Hell, I don't know if, you know, I'm not gonna speak negatively and say I don't know if I'm gonna get through the portal. What I'm gonna say is that after the 8th of August, there has to be the 9th of August. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. And next year there'll be another 8/8 portal. This is the 8/8 portal, but there'll be another portal on the 8th. You feel me? I do believe in numerology. I believe everything is numbers. And you know, and as far as like, I don't know what this. How are the planets even aligned on the 8/8 portal? Doesn't that matter too? Doesn't it? Every day at 8:08, ain't that a portal? 8/8 portal. That's a portal every day. You feel me? I don't know, man. There's gonna be a bunch of people that probably get mad if they see this video, but who gives a fuck? This is just my opinion. It's my channel. I can say what I want. And also too, I know what it feels like to kind of, I don't know, man. To me, it just kind of seems like a lot of people are really trying to dictate how people manifest their abundance, and to me, that kind of sounds like a lot of energy siphoning to me. People want you to do exactly what they say to do so that you can walk through this portal or get these manifestations. To me, that sounds like somebody controlling how you do what you do. There's one thing about offering advice or things that make sense. Like, of course, cutting off negative people, bad habits, to ensure that manifestations come in a very healthy way, or that we're able to receive these manifestations in a healthy way. Because a lot of times, a lot of things that we want do come towards us, but we got our head so far up our asses, or we're listening to what other people are telling us to do, that we don't even realize they're still sitting right there. A lot of things are just still sitting right there, but we just don't see them because we're too busy worried about tomorrow or the next day or the next week after that. That's what I just heard. Yeah, a lot of people on this platform, I'm telling you, are energy siphoners. It looks good for them. It looks real good. These people look like they are official, but I'm telling you, and this is no dig at anybody, you know, but people gonna take it however they want to take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I've been observing. A lot of people are telling you to do a lot of different things as it pertains to this portal, and people are following the lead and direction of these people. And what I heard is that what you're doing is that you doing these rituals, you doing these things that these people are telling you to do, they're siphoning the energy from you so that they can use that to manifest way bigger on this portal. What say you, Spirit? What say you? Octopus. Water. Okay. I've just really been feeling lately like, man, you know, we get to these portals and these retrogrades, and it's always so much. It's just always so much. A lot of messages, a lot of things that people are throwing out there. And of course, again, we don't have to listen to everything, blah blah blah, yada yada. But come on now. People are listening to these things. We don't have to, but everybody's looking for hope. Everybody's looking for a different change. Everybody's looking for things to be different and trying to figure out how can I best bring in the things that I want, the things that I'm working for. And people look for answers everywhere. I'm not saying that you can't get answers from people. I'm not saying that you can't get directions from people. But moreover, what spirituality has taught me is that 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, the answers you need are already inside of yourself. They come from God. That connection to source. They're already there. People can help lead us to those answers that are inside of ourselves or even outside of ourselves. But moreover, I mean, if I had to do this all over again, best believe I'll put all my money on me. I would take my chances on me. I wouldn't take my chances on nobody else telling me how to navigate myself through life. Advice? Yeah. Some encouragement? Yeah. Some divine messages from divine messengers as far as tarot is concerned, as far as, you know, spiritual downloads are concerned. Yep, because that's what we're here to do. But to have people kind of direct and write our own, you know, no, I don't need anybody to do that, because there are a lot of, that's what discernment is. Truly, that's what discernment is. I can honestly say that there are a lot of things that have gone on in my life, or things that are still kind of going on, would have never happened if I would have listened to myself. But I was too busy listening to other people. You feel me? And that's why I'm learning these lessons that I'm learning now. Things aren't peaches and cream and everything's golden around here. It's just that, you know, we have to learn in order to. And see, that's what I mean too. What are we learning? I don't really believe that we continue to get blessed with blessings, or however that looks for anybody, if you have not learned your lesson before the last time you received a big blessing, or a small blessing for that matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just a conversation we're having today that I would like to have with you. And nobody has to have it. You ain't got to listen. You feel me? Wake off. Reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries, and direction. Confirmation. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be quote-unquote close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, interested, engaged, intelligent. When out of balance, needy, clingy, lacks courage. To bring yourself into balance, space to oneself, talk therapy. Hold on, because I just heard something in the other room, and yeah. All right. So it's weird because I was talking about, you know, direction, blah blah blah. But in the last message that I'm currently will be uploading here shortly, I talk about exactly this. And these boundaries can go beyond physical, personal relationships with people. Even when it comes to my child, I've said it before. You know, listen. You could love somebody to death, love being around them, love talking to them, love getting their advice. But there's a moment where you I done seen too much of this motherfucker. I need a few days away from them. And that's perfectly fine. You know, even me, when I have to take a step back from this platform or stop watching, you know, a lot of tarot or messengers and stuff like that, you have to listen. Okay? I love me. Sometimes I need a break from me too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I need a break, just to be with somebody, be with something, be outside something besides my ass. You feel me? Let's get another couple of cards out here for some advice, just to kind of alleviate things that we might be feeling as far as the pressure and anxiety, the pressure and anxiety of this portal and portals in the future, retrogrades, all that shit. What good is having faith in the Most High God if we continue to put so much stock and faith into. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. Listen. God brought me through some of the toughest times of my life, and I didn't know shit about no retrogrades or no portals. I've been learning to redirect I've learned how to redirect what I put my faith and stock into, because it's even with Matt. So think about it. If our minds are that powerful, if our connection to spirit is that powerful, to where we can manifest things, just think about it. Like, okay, well, yeah, I would much rather keep my faith and put my faith in something that's always worked for me, and that's God, regardless of portals and retrogrades and stuff. I don't know, because I do believe that there's validity to these retrogrades, because there's proof and evidence in that. I don't know, man. Anybody else feel what I'm feeling? I don't know. Comment in the chat, comment down below. This is just a conversation. It's just a conversation. All right, so let's get a couple more cards out here. Yeah, because I've just been feeling like, so what? So what if I make a mistake or something like that? Does that make me not eligible to receive the things I've been working for, or things that I know that I've earned? No, it doesn't. I know the few things. There's a few things that I know that will immediately stop good things happening for me. Associating myself with bad people, confirmation with bad people, places and things, and using drugs again, and getting lazy. Being a scab, okay? Like, I know that will immediately stop anything because I've been working very hard if the proof is in the pudding. If good things are starting to happen for you because you've made different changes in your life, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter what portal it is. It doesn't matter what retrograde it is, because we can't pause. We can't stop doing what we're supposed to be doing. The cheetah. We'll get two more out here, and then that'll be it. Now I'm starting to get a little mad about that, because it does. There's a perception. It does give the idea that, you know, we got to make all these, prepare and do all these different things to walk through these portals. But a lot of us are still working through, you know what I'm saying? We're still clearing the, so what happens if you don't clear, if you're not done clearing out negative energy or negative people? What if you're still in the process of doing it? Does that mean that that your manifestations are going to be on pause until the next portal? I don't believe that. I truly don't. Do I believe that there's some validity to numerology and portals and retrogrades? Yes. Okay. But again, that creates so much anxiety to keep doing things. A lot of us got a lot of deadlines that we have to reach that ain't got shit to do with these portals or these retrogrades. Okay. We got things we got to worry about for real. Be like, okay. If you're facing homelessness, is the 8-8 portal going to stop that? Eviction court? Is it gonna stop the fact that there's a great need for the good things? Or do you have to keep working? Or do you just go, you know what, I'm gonna put this out into the universe and we're just gonna wait for the 8-8 portal to come through or the retrograde to end? No, that doesn't stop anything. You know, especially with, like, okay, so when it comes to like signing documents and things like that, a lot of people tell you don't sign anything during retrograde. That's bullshit, because if the courts say you need to sign some shit, you better sign that shit. You can't tell a landlord or a court, I can't sign that check until after retrograde, or I can't sign this until after retrograde. We are still living in this world, regardless of what's going on spiritually. We are still in this world. We have to have a balance between the two. You know what I'm saying? God gave us these numbers. God gave us these planets. God controls all that. Still. Cheetah. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy, taking charge. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to the remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to why the before you start running. Okay, when in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When in balance, when out of balance, impatient, competitive. to bring into balance, reconnect to a purpose. Okay. Yeah. Again, because what we're talking about here is we're talking about the anxiety and pressures of these retrogrades. I mean, of these portals and retrogrades here, that prevents us from being achieving these things that we need to achieve. Let's get 2 more out here, and then that'll be it for me for today. I'll take this one, the Panther. So we got a lot of emotion out here, coupled that with a lot of earth. The Panther did come out in the reverse, so we're going to see why it came out in the reverse here. So that means that something's out of balance, or it could mean, you know, take this energy and these messages as they resonate. You know, take them. You know, take what resonates, leave what don't, and always use your own discernment. I feel like with these oracle messages and with tarot messages, I've said it a million times here. These messages absolutely are coming from the divine, and they absolutely mean stuff for people. But you have to figure out what they mean for you. Especially if it's not a direct message, especially when it comes to things like oracle messages. What do they mean for you? When I read these messages, I'm not sitting here reading these messages for people. I also watch these videos, and I take things away from the messages that come through me, because I'm just a vessel, a good vessel to you. I'm gonna say a good vessel, okay, that knows how to say certain things when they need to be said. That's what I said, okay? You don't have to agree with me, but that's just what I like to consider it. All right. Just say this here. All right, so annihilation of the unnecessary, purging. The Panther won't stand to see your growth. The Panther won't stand to see our growth, our energy stagnate. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc, with the ultimate intention of bringing us toward more fulfilling lives. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating. But after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the Panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through the experiences, and they've made us better people. Trust that the Panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. When in balance, you're brave and productive. When you're out of balance, you're self-destructive. To bring yourself into balance, get rid of the unnecessary. Okay? So there's some unnecessary things. That's what I'm saying. All this unnecessary kind of just trying to get to this. I hope not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to discourage anybody. What I'm trying to do is I'm encouraging you to just continue to keep focusing on what you've been working for. These manifestations there's faith without works is dead. Okay? If nothing, okay, so let's say for instance on the 8-8 portal, if nothing comes in for somebody on the 8-8 portal, I'm gonna tell you why. Because you probably weren't doing anything leading up to that portal, or you were doing something and you stopped, worried about the portal. Keep working up until and through that portal. I feel like anybody that attracts that didn't do any kind of work, how you get it is how you lose it. If you got something and you didn't work for it, at some point you're going to lose it because you didn't work for it. You know what I'm saying? These good things that we get in life are these blessings that we get because we put in that work. Or we really need it, and God gives us what we need, right? But once God gives us what we need, we don't say, okay, well then he's going to continue to keep giving me the things I need. A lot of the blessings that we get in life are there as a springboard to propel us forward, or something to stabilize us, or to help us out. But we don't just sit back and not have to do anything. We have to work to keep that going, the maintenance, the fostering. I keep hearing the word foster lately. Somebody's last name could be Foster. I don't know. Let's get one more out here. But I keep hearing foster. I feel like what is important is for us to learn how to foster these blessings when they come in, or learn how to foster these manifestations, because, you know, yeah. I don't know. I could just be saying dolphin. Water again. A lot of earth and water, a lot of grounding, and a lot of emotions, and a lot of needing to be grounded. I'm telling you, because this anxiety, man, can get you. I'm just here to tell you that you ain't the only person that feels like that. I'm just also here to tell you too that I don't really feel like it's necessary to have all this anxiety and all this worry about these portals. You do the best that you can. When you're anxious and you're worried, you're not doing the best that you can because you're too distracted with not doing the best. You know what I'm saying? It's like a really kind of focusing on very negative, low vibration energy, the anxiety and the worry, because you got to do this, you got to do that. What? I gotta calm down. I gotta not be so anxious, so that I can continue to keep working towards being the better version of me and being able to foster in these manifestations that I've worked for when they come in. Motherfuckers trying to gatekeep portals. What? That doesn't seem right to me either. I'm just telling you how I feel. So let's say, for instance, that you and I are friends and we're having a conversation, because a lot of times people get out of their bodies because you don't agree with them, and that's stupid. So let's say you and I are friends and you're sitting around telling me about what I need to do and blah 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 blah, and as a friend I go, hey friend, that seems like a lot, man. There's a lot of anxiety about that. Doesn't that block it? No. You got to make sure that you do this or you won't be able to get through that. And I go, friend, I don't agree with that. This is what I feel about it. A true friend, or not even a friend, just somebody with some common sense, or somebody that is willing to have a conversation instead of being the one that wants to tell you how to go about doing things all the time, right? Somebody that's open to growth, somebody that's mature, somebody that understands what this is all about will go, I can see what you mean. But you know what a lot of people are going to say? You don't know what the fuck he talking about. Fuck him. Well, fuck you too. Okay? Respectfully. Stay tuned. Okay? A lot of people get mad that you disagree with them, and will tell you that I'm pretty sure somebody will see this video and go, no, he's totally wrong. Well, that's because I'm not feeding into the bullshit. I'm not going to feed into that, man. We are, throughout our lives, a lot of us have been so distracted and oppressed and put in bad places because of the expectations and requirements that everybody else puts on us, instead of focusing on the expectations and requirements that God has already put there for us. Shit. Innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. This is our energy. This is your energy. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming into contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day, and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. Sticking to healing. Just sticking to healing. Sticking to what you already innately, intelligently know. Staying towards the light. And I feel like a lot of times blessings come in because we bless others. Blessings come in because we earn them. Not because of some portal. Not because of what somebody else told you to do. Okay? You feel me? Like I said, this is just a conversation. Friendly advice. I'm taking the advice too. I'm also listening too. You feel me? When you're in balance, you're an active healer. You're strong and you have strong spiritual practices. When you're out of balance, you underestimate your own power, which this anxiety and pressure can do. So remain a dolphin personality. And if you are struggling with this, it says to bring yourself back into balance, talk to a like-minded spirit, somebody that understands what you're going through. Okay? Shit. We got enough stresses in life. We don't need these portals. Oh my God, they can become very stressful. And so can these retrogrades. Saturn retrograde, I really do, because I mean, astrology proves it. Saturn rules karma and structure. Okay? This has been proven. So is it very important? Is it very important to get with that program? Hell yeah. Because the next time I believe Saturn goes into retrograde is in 16 years. Is the next one? Does it come out of retrograde, or because it stays where it is for 16 years, right? And then it leaves. So Saturn will be in retrograde for 16 years. Is that what this means? Let's look it up. This is what this is about, because I don't know everything. You feel me? Okay. There are a lot of different. Oh, actually, Saturn retro. My bad. Saturn retrograde doesn't stay. My bad. See, this is why it's always good. I look stuff up, okay? And this is from www.today.com. The Today Show is what I pulled up. She's in heat again, y'all. Get down. Thank you. Retrogrades occur when a planet appears to move backwards. In reality, these are optical illusions caused by a planet either slowing down or overtaking Earth in its orbit. In astrology, retrogrades slow down the areas that our affected planet governs. Mercury retrograde, for example, is thought to cause communication and travel mishaps. What is the meaning of Saturn retrograde? How does Saturn retrograde compare to the dreaded Mercury retrograde? Actually, Saturn retrograde isn't a particularly gruesome transit, according to astrologers. To begin with, Saturn is an austere and no-nonsense cosmic force. This planet wants you to wise up in the area it falls in your birth chart. When Saturn is in retrograde, it's like to let. What is that? Why is that? I think that's wrong. When Saturn is in retrograde, it's likely to lessens. Okay. It's like it lessens its already commanding presence and gives you space to pause and assess and be. Instead, the planetary backspin encourages us to boss up at work and commit to our dreams. The effects of this transit will allow us to transform our foundation and core beliefs. It'll push us up. It'll push us to grow up and advance our status as well as our vision in life. Oh, okay. This is very interesting. Maybe I'll copy this and put it in the video below if anybody's interested. So like, how Saturn retrograde will affect your sign. So Gemini, because I'm a Gemini. I mean, I guess I could read all of them, but I'll just put it down there, you know. So Gemini, if you're a Gemini out there, you're used to taking professional cues from management. Now is the time when you're calling the shots in your career. This is your moment to boss up. Use it to your advantage in order to attain success. Before you know it, you'll be at the top of the corporate ladder. I can't make this shit up. Go check this out. And so, okay, so with Saturn retrograde, I feel like it's important because this is the time period that it's telling you it's about structure and karma, what you put into and maybe how you need to boss yourself up. But it's about lessons as well. And so this is a good time because I believe in astrology. Definitely. I believe in astrology more than I believe in these portals. Okay, because these portals are based off calendars that somebody told us, you know. That's a different thing. It's more about the numbers though, 888 and what that means. So anyway, back to this. So with this retrograde though, I do believe in that. So this is, and it takes another 16 years for Saturn to go back into this transit. Okay, for it to to go back into retrograde, which would then give us the opportunity to use whatever kind of powers, you know, what Saturn governs and how it affects our zodiac sign or our astrology is, you know, whatever. Jeez Louise, but it's a lot. But I'm basically saying it won't happen again for another 16 years, so we have to take advantage of it while it's here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's more important for me than these portals. The portals help? I'm sure they do, especially with the numbers. But the stress of it all, see, we're worried about the stress of these portals when we are currently in Saturn retrograde, and Saturn retrograde says, boss up. Did you learn the lesson from the last time? You have an opportunity here to boss up or to learn lessons, to restructure things. And if we're focused a lot on these portals, how the hell do we focus on fucking Saturn? I'm saying all that to say, stop being anxious about these portals. Just continue to keep doing the work. I'm going to post this link to www.today.com, the Today Show has about these retrogrades or whatnot. Okay, I think that I find it very helpful. It's by Lisa Stardust. All right, yeah, learning cosmic lessons, what it means for you. I'll post it at the bottom. But hopefully this little chit chat encourages you not to be so anxious about these portals and to continue to just keep focusing on whatever it is you've been working on. Are the portals important? Just to close out this message or to give the final word about it? Yes. I guess they are important. I guess numerology is definitely significant. But I feel like there's They're helpful, but it's not the what is the word I'm looking for here? It's not the creme de la creme. That's not what I was looking for. There's another one, but this is not the end all to be all to what we have to work towards in our lives. You know what I'm saying? That's just all. You know, it's helpful. And hell, you know what? This is what I'll say. Do I believe that I'm gonna make it through this portal? I don't know. Do I believe that I will see the 9th of August? Hell yeah, I definitely do. One way or another. And if for some odd reason, you know, I don't, you know, get to go through this 8/8 portal, I'm sure there'll be other ones. But what I do know is that I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to have a lot of anxiety about it. And I'll just continue to keep working on what I'm working on. And I have faith that, because God says, faith like a mustard seed. If you put in the work, you will be blessed. If you're a good person, you will be blessed. No matter what any portal tells you, continue to be a good person. It'll come back to you one way or another. And hell, who's to say that this 8/8 portal is when you're supposed to get your big abundance any damn way? Maybe God has something else planned for you. You feel me? I'm your Uncle 79, the Spiritual Savage. Remember, you grow, I grow, I grow, you grow, we grow together. It's always love and light around this bitch. It's always take it easy. I love you to the moon and back. Deuces. Savage.